fear is what drives me. That if I stop working, work is a wonderful distraction. And you get up in the morning and you think, can I get this actor? And what will I do with this costume and this location? The cameraman, I have to light it this way, and the script doesn't work. And many trivial problems that you solve. And if you don't solve them, nothing terrible happens to you. Just you have a bad movie, but nothing terrible happens. But if you don't have those problems, you sit home with nothing to do, and you start to think about real problems. You start to think about, gee, I'm getting older. I could get Alzheimer's. I could get cancer. My heart, how much longer can my heart go? What am I doing here? Life is short. It's terrible. It's meaningless. And you start to get, and then fortunately, when you work, that all gets put away. And so I work all the time out of desperation, out of fear to, I finish a project and I don't want time off. I want to go right into the next one, so I don't have time to sit in a chair and think about what a terrible situation all human beings are in. I think we all try to evade the inevitable in one way or another. And unfortunately, as he said in the movie, that tall, dark stranger shows up sooner or later at your door, and you don't evade it. You're there. But it seems the only people that get any mental peace, any relaxation or enjoyment, are people who are self-deluded, who can say, well, my priest, my rabbi, tells me everything's going to be all right, or if not the priest and the rabbi, then this gypsy or this fortune teller, and all these people that promise you these magical solutions, that everything is, if you do the right thing, everything will be fine, and then it's not. I always felt as I grew up that people search for magical solutions, that in the film when it says sometimes the illusions are better than the medicine, you can go to the doctor and the doctor can help you to a point. Sometimes the doctor says, I've done everything I can do, I did the best I could, and that's science and a doctor. But magic, if you go to a priest or an astrologer or a fortune teller or something, they say they can help you magically with everything. So magic, the only way out of the human predicament, I feel, the only way out of this terrible predicament we're in is through magic. And and I don't think there is such a thing as magic, so without magic, we're not going to get out of this. And I keep hoping that there'll be some kind of trick finally, some kind of magic trick that does it. But so far, I've never seen it. I got conscious at a very young age, but it becomes increasingly more evident as you get older that you start to think when you're younger how important everything is and how things have to go right, and your job, your career, your life, and your choices and all that. And then after a while, you start to realize that, I'm taking the big picture here, that eventually you die, and eventually the sun burns out, and the earth is gone, and eventually all the stars and all the planets, the entire universe disappears, and nothing is left at all. Nothing Shakespeare's or Beethoven or, all gone, Michelangelo, gone. And you think to yourself, it is a lot of noise and sound and fury, and where's it going? Not going anyplace. It's going, look, everybody's in the world now and we're all United States and Afghanistan and Israel and Arabs and this president, the economy, and someone else is saying, I hope my movie is good at Cannes, and my wife is saying, I hope they send my dress back from the cleaners in time when I go to the thing. And then every 100 years, somebody presses a button and a big toilet flushes and everybody on the earth changes. Everybody, all the Muslims are gone, all the Afghanistans, all the Americans, everybody on the planet's gone. And a new set comes in, and they're full of worry and anxious, and they're doing everything, and then, button, they're all gone. And then every 100 years, it's like the whole planet gets washed clean of everybody on it, all these people that are making your life miserable, your next door neighbors, your people that are robbing you in the street, and, you know, all gone. The president and the bank robber, and they all out. So, you know, it just seems like a big, meaningless thing. Now, you can't actually live your life like that, because if you do, you just sit there and why do anything? Why get up in the morning and do anything? So I think it's the job of the artist to try and figure out why, given this terrible fact, why do you want to go on living? Why do you care about anything if this terrible truth is there, this meaningless end of everything? And you have to try and figure out, knowing that it's true, not giving yourself a fake heaven and hell and nonsense, but knowing the worst. Figure out, even knowing the worst, why it's still worthwhile. That's a tough assignment, to explain to somebody why it's so terrible and why it's still important to go on. And this is a challenge for artists all the time, to try and figure it out.